paying attention to things. Anywho, this space over here. All right, so here's our surface, relatively flat area. We do have a little bit of ridge that goes over here. We had a we had a pond over here that we accidentally drained, but I wasn't too concerned about it. We carved away a little bit of this to give us a nice little gap between this ledge and our walls, make sure no one could do any leap aparts. We are currently working on the second floor here to have a floor overhang, so that no one can climb our little walls and get into our base. Yeah, and we will be able to maybe do some patrol-y things or something like that on the top. Oh, are you talking about non-walkable tiles? Maybe. Okay, I should check. One thing I don't know is in the Steam version here, is there equivalent to, I think it's Shift D in the classic version, that shows you caravan pathing? And so in the classic version, you could do Shift D, and it would show you if your depot was properly accessible by a caravan. Here, I don't know. Here, I don't know if there's an equivalent command. It would be nice if there was. Shift D just moves our view. So we'll, I mean, I guess I could go through all the keybinds and see, but I don't know about that. Other things, since the last time I streamed, did go and make some tweaks to the announcement file. So now when we get migrant waves, when we get merchants that show up, we actually get pop-ups. Oh, artifacts, that was the other big thing. We now get a pop-up for the artifacts when a workshop is claimed and so on and so forth, which is great. And also combat now will show up as an alert. And technically we'll hear a little like tuk, 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 tuk sound for every tick of the combat. But it definitely makes sure we don't miss any action. So I think that'll be a big improvement. Also, I do have the ambient sounds back on. They're a little on the low side still. They've just kicked in. I've got in-game music and ambience volume back in. Replaced the screech sound in the Grasslands ambient stuff. There's technically there's a mod for it, although by default mods in Dwarf Fortress only apply to new worlds you create, but I was able to grab that sound file and just like overwrite things in here. So now we can have our Grasslands ambient sounds without the ree from that crazy ass birds. Any tutorial on how to make tweaks to the announcement file? So it's just one text file, and there's a wiki page. There's a wiki page that talks about it, and I've got a gist file. If you go to the what game, you can see a gist of my file. And if you look at the revisions, you can actually see from the original file that's built into Dwarf Fortress what changes I've made. So the zombies are back. Oh, and there's more of them this time around. Now, what was annoying about the timing last time, it was literally just as I was assembling, I think I just put together a squad and had just started building a wall when the zombies showed up. Now we do have a somewhat bigger squad of them kicking around here. I mean, should the zombies show up under dead? Invaders. We've got Necromancer, a couple of Putrid Slayers, and then these undead corpses over here. It's interesting that these undead are classified differently as these. Okay, it is a siege currently. One thing that's still annoying about the Steam version is there's no alert to a burrow system where we can just tell all our civilians to go hide indoors. You can make a burrow, but you have to manually assign people to it. You can toggle it on and off afterwards, but you do have to manually assign everyone to it at first, which is really annoying. And is probably the reason we lost a couple of dwarves last time, because I don't think I'm going to bother with the burrows here. So I'm just going to slam the door shut. So we have a lever over here. We pull this lever, it will slam this door shut. If any of them bring a sock, I'd be very afraid. See, look at this. Who is this? Logum? It wants to go commit suicide right now. Maybe I should save them by setting up a burrow. It just... I guess I did create one already. But yeah, now I have to go and make sure to assign the others to it. And is it currently paused? Okay, it was paused, now it is not. Tooltip doesn't tell you which way it goes, but I'm assuming the lit one is paused, and we still have the dwarves assigned to it, but presumably they weren't restricted to the burrow. So now if I do this, it'll unpause. None of our... You should turn around, Logum, immediately. There you go, good. And our bridge is closed, excellent. So now, before I forget to turn it off later, I'm going to pause the burrow now, because our dwarves can't come in and outside. So that's going to be okay. You have to wait until a dwarf finds time to pull a lever. Yes, but lever pulling is a super duper high priority for dwarves. So that should be fine. Which clearly it happened really, really fast there. A dwarf, the lever pulling is like, I think it's just like top priority. So as soon as a dwarf finishes a job, they're going to go and grab that lever, as far as I know. All right, so we are now sealed in, which I guess is fine. It's actually convenient the siege is happening now, because I hate it when the siege is around in autumn, because caravans don't come when there's a siege. And it's the dwarfy caravan I'm most concerned about. So I can go ahead and unpause now, and we'll be fine. So they're going to linger around outside. Technically, there's a few walls they could climb. Oh, you know what I should do, actually? Our little burrow here, I'm going to paint and add in this whole top area. There we go. Good. Because technically, there's still some places where the enemies could walk over, could climb over the wall right now, which would be poor. Squad number 1 could use some extra people. What is the squad equipped with? This is our archers group, right? Yeah, okay. This is our archery squad. Right, it filters out the current squad. It doesn't filter out the others. This Mark's dwarf over here, I would like, so Saxel over here, to be part of our archer group, and that's going to be okay. I think I make another squad out of, like, with setup for metal armor. We're going to have to start producing that, but... Oh, it's this button over here. Assign leader. So I just want to grab people who aren't in the other squad. It would be nice to be able to filter that out here. Latas is already competent axe dwarf, so we'll put them in there. And then, yeah. Not Glundar, because you are a doctor. Oh, the only other dwarf who's not in a squad... I guess I have a population of 25, we have a bunch of kids. So yeah, I'm not going to put Glundar in there, but we'll go ahead and do that. This barracks over here... Oh, it would be the zone. This barracks... The Crimson Dyes will also be allowed to train in here. Okay. Okay. Can the archers man the wall? Yeah, they should be able to. I actually don't know how our gearing situation is looking for our archers, though. Can I not mouse over and actually see? Slightly annoying. Alright, we do have some crossbows. Looks like Soxel. Oh, we just equipped Soxel, or added Soxel to the group. So they haven't had a chance to pick that up yet. Yeah, I don't think we have a ton of equipment. There's the undead walking around outside. I don't know where they're off to. They might just be killing some random thing that's on the surface. Okay. DF zombies slow shambling time. Yeah, I think they move at the same speed as other things. I'm not sure. I don't think they're horribly slow, which is too bad. I want to take a look at our work orders, because I've been doing some tweaks on this. Oh, the other thing is with the labors. One of the things that has come out, it feels like the dwarves basically do... They are fairly smart with the labors in this default setting over here, even without doing specialized stuff. They, apparently, when a job comes up, they mostly do a pretty good job of picking the thing that they're most sort of skilled with. So we'll see. Esoteric Fish, you are a legendary fisherman, but I'm wondering about turning off fishing. It's kind of moot right now. I don't know, I guess you can keep working on that. But yeah, stonecutters, yeah, I'll put it back on to everybody does this, that's fine. The engravers I probably do want limited to make sure, because engraving quality really, really, really matters, and so we may want to very strictly limit that. I think smoothing is done by stonecutters, so they will actually develop experience. Maybe that's why I put only here, is so that we would kind of get the smoothing to be done by a limited group of people. Here, I might throw in a little bit more, and then have them develop their engraving skills for when we get to engraving. That is possible. Okay, we got no combat happening yet, which is great. What is this person doing? Oh, they're picking up equipment and doing individual combat drills. Okay, that's good too. All right. Hopefully we're all right. Okay, Stoic. That's interesting. You likely already know this, but evidently there's a bug with actors picking up bolts for their quivers properly. It's been said that using the default archery uniform helps fix the behavior. Okay. One of the issues currently... So I didn't know that specifically. That's some interesting new context. That's good. One of the issues currently is that you cannot currently assign ammunition to your squads. Normally, that's something you can do as part of their equipment assignments, with quivers, and also you can tell them what kind of bows to equip, and so on and so forth. So potentially, the mechanic is there. The normal boat mechanic is there, but because you can't edit the behavior, maybe only using the default archer squad for actual archers is key. Because when we go and create our own uniform, I don't think we can set any of that stuff up. Crimson Dye is particularly named for the melee outfit. Yeah, we're wearing our red clothes so that you don't see the blood. Exactly, right? So if I have some copper swords, I make a squad with metal armor, they'll grab them. Right, so there are 3 default uniforms. Leather armor, metal armor, and archer. The leather and metal ones, they default to melee weapons. The archer, they default to its leather armor plus a ranged weapon here. You can also make your own squad with whatever. Your dwarves, when you create a squad, you can tell them what weapons to equip. You can force it to exact matches only, but also by default, your dwarves will actually just kind of pick up opportunity weapons if they have nothing else going on. So generally, they'll equip themselves pretty well. But yeah, I would really like to make some metal armor. And more importantly, it would be really nice to get the dwarves trained up. So right now, our schedules... Whoa, we got actual combat going on. That's what that sound now is. Their schedules, they are just set to off-duty. We have no enforced training right now. During time off, they will go and train over here. So if we don't overwork them, they'll train on their own. But we may go ahead and start scheduling some training for some dwarves as well. So I've got it set up right now so that any combat that happens leads to an alert, which has that little sort of like little popcorny sound in the background over here as well. Okay, so... The human swordman. I'm assuming this is an undead human swordman, and they're finding kangaroo buck. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So they're just fighting some random animals on the surface, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, all right, we're all good. Fresh water is very useful if you don't have access to the surface. The ground is extremely fertile for farming. Oh, sorry, that was in response to someone else. Someone had asked. Okay, Fran Cameron asked, "Hey Quill, been following your Let's Play series on 2022 Dwarf Fortress, and I'm in the 2nd episode. Recently discovered a huge underground cave system when digging down, but I feel like I'm not taking advantage of it correctly. What can I do in that cavern system besides mine veins?" So, yeah, we haven't hit a cavern in this run yet, but we will probably be digging that today. So there's a few things. First of all, underground caverns have some natural wildlife, some of which can be hostile, so there's a bit of a risk to doing that, but there are some pretty big advantages. It does reveal veins, which is great. Some of the caverns will also have access to water, which your dwarves can use, especially useful right now in a siege. We know currently we don't have any access to fresh water right now, which is important for any sick dwarves, for example. But also, underground cavern soil is some of the most fertile. Some of it by itself, and also because there's going to be water down there, you can pump the water onto the ground to create a muddy area that is great for farming. Finally, there are also underground plants, underground trees. They're big, they tend to be big mushrooms, but those are trees you can chop under the ground, which again is really useful if you are locked in your base, or if you're playing in a desert or mountain biome where you might not have as many trees available. So yeah, the undead are just going around attacking random things on the surface, but so far we are okay. Let me just check these. Okay, some of these did get suspended. That's what I thought. I would very much like... Now, this is a problem in classic Dwarf Fortress as well, in that construction gets suspended, and technically you do get an alert for that, but after that, there's no easy way, really, to unsuspend anything that got suspended, which can happen if, two dwarves are trying to access the same tile because maybe there was something in the way or something like that, in which case the job gets suspended. But with DF hack, there is a bulk unsuspend command, which is really useful, and actually run it on a timer normally. But other than that, I don't know. There was a place in Classic where you could go and take a look at all the pending jobs, and suspended jobs would show up there. I don't think there's an equivalent in the Steam UI currently. There's the tasks here. Oh no, I guess these would be it. There you go. Not bad. So those would have been suspended jobs over there. So I can just unpause it. So yeah, if you go to tasks, you can find these suspended jobs and just unsuspend them from time to time. I should put in a timer to make sure I don't miss the salad. No, not an alarm clock. Timer. Excellent. Although I do want to set an alarm for tomorrow morning. Now that I think about it. Do you know how to station military dwarves and watch locations? Like, do I just make a burrow to fortification assign my crossbow dwarves? Okay, so we haven't done it yet in the Steam version here yet, but there's a few different ways you can command your dwarves. You can station, there's a button, station, which causes your dwarves to move to an area and sit there. But what you can also do, and again, I haven't done it yet in the Steam version, is you can set up a patrol order, which you put a few waypoints. So we'll do that in like the corners over here, for example, once we get to this point. You can put a few waypoints on here, and then your dwarves will, and then you make that into a route. They will patrol in a circle following those waypoints. And in your schedule, you can actually create a schedule, although again, I haven't done it in the Steam version yet. You can create a schedule where the schedule is to follow a particular patrol route. Oh! Did someone shoot a bolt? One of our dwarves might have taken a random pot shot. Oh ho ho. Mrs. Siege, how many enemies are here? There's not very many, but they are undead. So again, this happened last time too. The necromancer shows up and then leaves. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if he shows up long enough to animate the dead and then he takes off. He brought these two putrid slayers and they're still around. But yeah, maybe that's what done. A little bit scary. We're gonna have to do maybe a better job of burying more corpses. Now, eventually the siege does break. In this case, it may, because of the nature of the messages, it's possible the only siegers, there you go. It's possible the only siegers are these two putrid slayers. And when the siege breaks, they'll leave, but the undead might stick around afterwards. What are undead characteristics? I'm not entirely sure. You know, I don't know how resistant they are to various things or whatever. Mostly just treat them like normal enemies. Anyway, we can forget about the surface for now and take a look at the rest of our base. Actually, I'm just going to scroll through here. So we got our farms here. Oh, one of the things I want to do is I do want to specialize the farms a little bit more. Now, it's usually a good idea for each farm to, as much as possible, work the same crop in a row. Because what happens is if you have it set to do one crop, and then the next season there's a different one, like here, with Dimple Cups, I'm not sure, but I think it's possible that when summer starts, they, assuming we've got enough pigtail, I think they will go and uproot any ungrown, unfinished Dimple Cups to plant the pigtails. So again, you kind of want them in sequence, but I'm actually wondering if it might be better for, say, this crop here to just do pigtails in summer and autumn, and then lay fallow for the rest, just to finish the growth. Right now, it's fine, so we'll leave it be there. Got a decent amount of food, decent amount of drinks. We're feeling okay there. Logs is a bit annoying because we did have some logs we chopped down outside, but I don't know how much we've got inside of our base. No, we've got a good amount. Okay, that's great. Yeah, we've got these little stockpiles here. They're all full. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little change here to all these stockpiles. In fact, I'm going to explicitly go. I'm going to delete these stockpiles. Oh, that's the coal. I'm going to delete, delete, delete. And that's one big one. I'm going to make a new stockpile that encompasses all 4 of these areas. And it's going to be the same stockpile. I'm also going to turn off the rocks over here because I don't want dwarves hauling stone in here and just filling this up. There's a little bit of advantage of having, say, your metal and your coal type rocks near your smelters. What I might do is just make a little mini stockpile for those materials over here near the smelters. Okay, so if I hit accept, this is now one giant stockpile. These 4 things are one giant stockpile. I'm going to go ahead and make it custom. By default, I'm going to allow all. I'm not going to allow corpses. I'm not going to allow any refuse except for shells and bones, because they actually can be very useful for crafting. And I'm going to turn off the stone. So we're going to stop hauling stone to those places over there, because that's really filling things up. But even with all this in mind, I think we need to set up another big, ginormous stockpile at this point for a little base. Yes, wheelbarrows is an excellent question. I should have some. And so, none are allowed to assign over here. Wheelbarrows are very useful to carry things that are heavy. So in particular, if I'm going to set up a stone stockpile, that's really where I want the wheelbarrows to be. So actually, maybe I won't assign any over here, because in theory, we're not carrying anything super heavy to this stockpile. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll do some mining. We've got default priority. Excellent. I'm going to mine out a little area. Like that, like that. Oops. Okay, sometimes I find that the inputs get kind of eaten. There you go. Like I tried to double click and then move and then drag the whole thing. So this is going to be our stockpile. I'll probably split it in sort of half for... Actually, I might keep a little bars stockpile over here just for the actual, like, prepared coke. Like the processed bituminous or lignite coal. A tiny little one. And then an area for the steel, like, metal-bearing ores and for the raw, like, coals and whatnot. I think that's going to be good. Why are dwarves undressing randomly? They do by default take off anything that gets too worn. Well, no, I guess... Actually, they don't take it off unless it actually disintegrates. So I don't know. Gotta have his coke storage. That's right! This stream is sponsored by generic Diet Cola from the local grocery store. Alright, so let's set up 3 little stockpiles here. I'm going to set up one that's just here. And another one, new stockpile. Like that. And then one more right over here. Okay, so this little sliver one here is going to be bars block of coal. There we go. So this will include our the charcoal that from burning wood, as well as the coke made from lignite or bituminous coal. Bituminous? Bituminous. I don't know how many syllables are in there. So that should be good. Okay. Over this one here, I'm going to make this a stockpile. Well, I suppose I could merge the steel one. No, I'm going to do it this way. This one here is going to be very specific to stones of coal and lignite. And then this one over here is going to be stones of metal ores. Of whatever kind of metal ores is going to be okay. These definitely would like a wheelbarrow. Okay, so you have one. You have one. These are... Wait, am I clicking the same one? There we go. Number 9. You have one assigned there. Good. Because these are heavy rocks. We'll do that. I don't know how many wheelbarrows I've got. Apparently I have 4 of them. So we're gonna use 2 over here. Maybe I'll assign 2 wheelbarrows to the giant mega stockpile, just in case we are still hauling some heavy stuff over here. All right. So if we unmod that or unpause, this is gonna be okay. Technically, I did steal the ambient grassland sound without the scree bird from a mod, but I kind of manually put that in just because it was an existing save. So, yeah, technically, I went and did that. I also manually edited my announcement file. Do we have... Okay, I don't have a grazing set up. Do we actually have grazing-style animals still left? Oh, we do, actually. Hang on. I did set up... Never mind. I did set up a grazing area. What is this area? Oh, that's my garbage dump. Hold on. I want to repaint this. Because I want to trim the garbage dump down. So it's overlapping some stuff with it. Oh, hold on. I'm not even using a garbage dump. There we go. That's not a refuse pile. It's a garbage dump. So this here's the pen pasture. I don't know if the cavies are grazers. No, I guess that's it. I guess everything that does graze is now in there at this point. A link for the non-scree scree. I actually posted it in the Discord channel, but here's the no scree bird sound mod. By default, the Dwarf Fortress mods, the way they're implemented right now, is you subscribe to them, and then when you make a new world, the mods get included in. If you want to add it to an existing save, you gotta kind of do some hacky stuff. Cavies are grazers? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Unless they're pets. It's too bad there's no search on this. I'm just gonna go and do a little butchering here. See, the pet ones I can't butcher. And I'm wondering about butchering more of these. Although we do have a breeding pair over here. I suspect, like, we don't have a lot of grazing land. We're probably going to be butchering a lot of these. In vanilla, like, without DF hack, I really don't like managing, like a ranch like this. I find it very annoying. Cavi. See, these have names, so they're pets. Okay, so we're going to make sure that they're at least in a grazing area. What's all the brown area left of the base? Over here? Oh, it's, we're seeing, this is, it's underground. We can't see over here. It's because there's a slight rise here. There's a second floor to our overland. So that's all that's going on there. Oh, this brown over here, this is mud. When we are clearing away a little bit of land here, we breached this pond. And, so there's some mud left over from when the water flowed out. That might be what you're asking about. All right. So let's go back to ignoring the surface. There you go. So some rocks are going to be moved over here, technically making a little bit more room in our stockpiles, but only so much because there's only so much storage available. But that'll be okay. Oh, more combat. One of the zombies is attacking an echidna. All right. Time to make trebuchets fling all the garbage away. Yeah, we're gonna make transport pods to launch our waste packs. Or is that a different game? I don't remember. Was this a dormitory? Oh, this is our hospital. Do we have an actual... Oh, there it is. Do I have this floor hotkeyed? Oh, yeah, F4. Okay. So we have some bedrooms here. I don't think we have an actual dormitory anymore, do we? Hang on. On the surface. Farming. Hospital. Offices, workspaces. This is being cleared out because we needed a bunch of regular stone for some things. And then we can turn... Oh, right. And we're going to do like maybe... Well, we've got a little tavern over here that we might actually make into a proper tavern. Technically, it just exists for now, but we might do something with it. But this could also be a good stockpile place. Okay, so we don't have enough bedrooms. Oh, we also have dead dwarves that do need to be buried. That's right. Okay, what we're going to do then is we are going to do... I don't know why I like doing this, but I do. There we go. We're going to set up some tombs over here. Now, in the Steam version, it is slightly more annoying to set up tombs. Because of a variety of reasons and how they chose to do things. Compared to vanilla, especially with DF hack. So I'm going to do this, and we'll put little doors and lock them away. That is still echidna combat. Okay. Wow, this echidna is holding its own against this zombie. Holy cow. Oh, it's going to be across from the hospital. That's right. For convenience. Do we still want to do that? I might still. Because it's funny. Yeah, maybe I will. Oh, right. This was what this room was. Except, here's the thing. This room I was carving out before I realized how it works with things. So maybe I'll leave this over here. And I'll still do the thing where I dig this huge tunnel to the edge here. And then we'll go ahead and have these little catacombs set up. Yeah, okay. There we go. Maybe we can use this area for slabs or something. It's like tiny bongo drums playing. Yeah. We do have one really cranky dwarf. I'd be tempted to exile them right now. It's Pizza Metrist. Right. Because you kept seeing you saw these dead people. And then the problem is you will remember having seen. Oh, and the Make Merry thing. Yeah, that was one of the reasons we were setting up the tavern. I guess, okay. Let me put down a couple of coffers in here, assuming I've got some. So even though it's not really a tavern currently, we can at least satisfy a little bit of desire. If we put a couple of chests in here. Yeah, I really do need to get some walls up. Use closest material is fine. There you go. So those are in there. And so that way we'll have mugs, and if we've got any instruments, they'll be stored there. And at the same time, we'll set up one table. Man, you know, we'll get a few tables in here. There it is. Like this, and then we can get some chairs Oh, I don't have any chairs. Do we have a job for chairs in this particular go? I might just want to put in a one-time order. Oh, I do have a constant make rock thrones job. No, that's a one-time order. It is a one-time order, but it is already queued up. Okay. Do we only have one stoneworker in this particular one? I think we probably do. Yeah. Let's get a couple more stoneworkers going on, because that is something where oftentimes we do need quite a lot of stone stuff being made in parallel. So I'm going to plop a couple more over here, and I think that's going to be really handy. Okay. Mechanical dessert. I think we are going to... Do we keep a tavern down here? I think we do, so we should build some walls around it after some of this mining gets done, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Have you created all the tasks manually? Yes, these are all manually done over the course of the stream over here. So you don't make them all like at the start. Sort of set things up as you go. Some of them are one time on demand. Sometimes you set up like repeating conditional tasks. Hey, thanks for your sub. I know I haven't really been reading the subs too much. I heard someone say that when tunnels are straight in VF, the dwarves have to lie down on the ground to allow the dwarves to pass. Is it true? Yeah, so if you have a one tile wide tunnel, dwarves can bump into each other and get slowed down on their movement, which is why you generally make your tunnels, your hallways at least 2 wide, sometimes 3 wide. I don't know if there's, unless you have a really busy fortress, I'm not sure there's much of a difference between a 2 and a 3 wide hallway, but aesthetically the 3 can sometimes be quite nice if you like that. Why the bridge up? They're enemies? Yeah, they're undead about. They're all a boot. We got a siege going on. There's not a lot of them, but it's still kind of scary. Zombies got dropped off to a necromancer parent. Yeah. Apparently we're a zombie daycare now. I think their tummies touch awkwardly when they squeeze by. That's why they get slowed down, yeah. You make 3 wide because I use the rails for middle and the carts. Oh, see, I don't do a lot of cart things, but that does sound really cool. I think this is a temple. Oh, right. And these are temples dedicated to specific gods. We could also make a generic temple. We may end up doing that. We clearly got to get some coffers for these bedrooms because dwarves are leaving things on the ground. And eventually this stuff will rot because it's not in a stockpile or anything. Do we have chests sitting around? Yeah, okay, good. And how are we on cabinets, actually? Did we build a bunch of those? Excellent. There we go. Some well-appointed bedrooms. Oh, and we're out over here. That's going to be okay. No, there's not going to be a cave-in for mining a large area. It's not like RimWorld, where you need supports from a wall or anything like that. Cave-ins do exist in Dwarf Fortress, but they don't work the same. We have a kobold hanging around here. Wait. That's an undead kobold. He's friendly. For now. We did lose 1 fort to a putrid slayer wielding a sock. Hey, is this refilling? How do the brooks refill? Or the ponds refill? Was it raining and it refilled? I didn't know that could happen. That's actually kind of neat. I think I might go and build, next time it's dried out, I might put a little wall right here. I mean, obviously can't do that right now because we're under attack, but... Oh, I don't know if you'll know if it'll let me place it. Oh, it will, because it's going to designate the wood outside. There you go. Ponds refill from rain. Didn't classic as well. Okay. Or floodgate. Can a floodgate... Is a floodgate leverable? We'd have to build the floodgate. Oh, let's just build a wall for... You know what? Let me just cancel. I don't know about a moat, but we could use it to flood some of our farming and stuff in a controlled way. Drawbridge can work as well. That's true as well. A moat doesn't actually help because things can swim across the water quite frequently. So a water moat is not very protective. A lava moat, on the other hand, can do some excellent stuff. So it'd be really good if the siege lifted before autumn so we could still get our dwarven caravan. We'll see how that works. There, you got a bin over here.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
I suppose my finished metal bars we could consider storing over here too, especially since we've got the metalsmith's forge as well. I mean, I suppose I could put a stockpile behind this for the actual smelted steel, but I think it's fine. They can go to the big stockpile. That's going to be okay. Hey, Godfrey, thanks for the sub. Hey, Nick, well, this is the new Steam release of Dwarf Fortress, which has got a completely new user interface. Didn't it used to be possible to drown the world in lava by improperly bringing it up? I mean, yes. Yes, it is. Because the, yeah.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
There's a little bit more combat happening. There's an update that fixes crashes a minute ago. Really? Shizmo, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are in Discord, you can join there. I mean, there's a patch released on the 8th that fixed crashes. I mean, it's the top of the Steam thing. If there's a new one, I don't know, but we'll see. I don't think I've gotten a single crash here. I know that widescreen monitors were having some UI related crashes, which that patch on the 8th did hopefully sort out. Restart Steam to see patch notes. Well, I'm not going to do that now because we're playing. I mean, I guess I could restart Steam and not lose the game, but it's going to be okay. So my timer just went off. Is Essentia in chat? Oh, she is there. Essentia, there is a treat stream salad coming. I don't know if you've just checked the door, or we're planning on to shortly. I mean, the timer, I set it so that it's quite early. Or here, you can go check. It's probably not here yet. Oh, yeah. Muggy time. Had a couple crashes the other day when trying to redo my tomb layouts. Oh. Your timer is going to go off in 12 seconds. How'd you make the gate? This gate here? This is a bridge. It's a drawbridge that we've pulled up. So we knew that to lock out the baddies. See, these things went and suspended themselves again. I wonder why. I guess I can watch the alerts. Can you do that? Let me pause. I'm just going to go and clear all these alerts and wait to see if we get one, because it'll tell you why it suspends a task. Interrupted by human spearman corpse. Is this a living corpse? And you're getting freaked out. I think that's it. Yeah, they're seeing enemies. Patch introduced new graphics for Werebeast. Ooh. Well, we'll keep going right now. It's going to be okay. All right, so metal industry. Did we ever set up tasks for any of that? Because right now I'm not seeing anything queued in the smelters, and we clearly have metal products. So let me do a little squint mode here. If there were, we might redo them anyway. Okay, you know what? I think I will redo all the metal industry stuff anyway, because I've tweaked what I was doing before. There we go, and limonite. Okay. So, oh, and do I still have charcoal in here? No, I think I made the one piece of charcoal manually and that was it. Okay, so first of all, if we don't have any coal sitting around, we're going to kickstart thing with charcoal. Then the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be making coke from coal and lignite so that we can mostly power our furnaces via that. Hematite is the iron-bearing ore we have the most of right now. So I might just start up with this and not worry about the others. Okay. Oh, the salad is here. Give me a moment. I'm going to be... Just leave it up there. I'll probably come grab it in a few minutes. Let me take care of this first. That'll be a good excuse for me to stretch my legs and go pee. Okay, so I don't want to make a lot of charcoal because I don't want to use all my wood doing this, because really we should just be able to use the coal and the lignite as our primary thing. But I think what I might do is put in a batch and say, listen, if you are out of refined coal, and by out in this case, I mean like, if you have less than 2, we're going to make a batch of 5. Assuming we have at least 5 logs. And technically this is greater than, not less than, not at least, but this is going to be fine. So yeah, assuming we got enough logs for it, if we don't have any refined coal sitting around, let's make sure to bootstrap by burnifying some wood. That's going to be okay. We'll make a batch of 5, and that's fine. Otherwise, what we really want more than anything else is the lignite and the bituminous coal and lignite happening. we do need to go through quite a lot of this. So I think originally I was doing like 1 or 2 per day. I might want to go ahead and be more aggressive. I don't always do batches of 10 because if we have less than 10, then it doesn't kind of work out. Let's stick with batches of 5 for these. It's going to be all right. So if coke is less than 10, in fact, I'm going to say if it's less than 20, then go ahead and do this. And here in this case, I kind of explicitly want it to be at least 5. Or I could have left that at greater than, but I would have typed in 4. Okay. And then the lignite, I'm going to do the exact same thing. If the coke is less than 20, then make up at least a batch of 5, assuming we have the lignite. Assuming we have at least 5 lignite, try to make 5 coke from lignite. Now, the hematite ore, I think we're going to have a lot of it, and I do kind of think we might be queuing up big batches for it. Ooh, anonymous gifter. Wait, how many? 20! 20 anonymous subs. Oh, thank you very much. Bituminous is how you say it in science meetings. Glenn, are you... Oh, no, you're not... You're not British. You're American, right? You say bituminous? Really? Huh. Interesting. So for iron, I'm not even gonna put an iron bar limit anymore. Well, no, I guess I still will, but the limit should be fairly high. Like 50. Yeah, we'll go ahead and say something like that. And again, I want this to be if we had at least 10 instead. Apparently, do we have more than 50 iron bars right now? Because this is not satisfied. We must have more than 50 iron bars sitting around. Well, that's crazy. I don't remember if we've run into any flux stone yet. But I'm going to put a job in here for a pig iron. I think I'll make them do it in batches of 5. But I want to keep at least like 20 bars around, if possible. So, for all of these, I need to... Okay, I don't want to cycle through this, so I'm going to just type in 4. So greater than 4, greater than 4, greater than 4. Make a batch of pig iron bars. Insert quote from... insert quote as... from Civ about pig iron. Steel bar. Make steel bars. I'll keep doing batches of 5. So in this, for steel, we need raw iron bars and pig iron bars and more flux stone. And see, refined coal is in here twice because I think it uses 2 for the job. I mean, we just have to put it in once, but I might leave it as 10. And again, for steel, I will put a limit, but it's going to be a huge limit. So 50 steel bars, you can stop. So, type in 4 and 4 and 4. And I think for coal, I think it's going to need 8. It's not a hardship to leave more coal in there. Can you refine pig iron to bacon iron? Okay. I think lignite is a very high sulfur coal, so it should stink out the entire fortress and burn it. Hopefully the story was worked to the end. That's probably, I think, the bituminous. Bituminous. I'm going to say it differently every time. I think this coal leads to more coke than lignite does, and that might be why. I think you get more coke bars out of the coal than lignite per cycle. Okay, so now that that's sorted... Oh, we got a ghost. Teller is haunting the fortress. I'm sorry, Teller. Okay, this got dug out. Hold on. I'm going to get the salad in just a second. But before I do we actually have burial things? Okay, yeah, I think I had queued up. Well, we've only got a couple built, but yeah, we do right now. And then we're going to need doors to make it easier to make these tombs.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
Now, hopefully, we've got the body in the base. Otherwise, we're going to have to slab them. I'm going to ask a one-time job in here. Make some rock slabs. So I'm going to get like 10 rock slabs made, and then we can engrave them if we don't have the body of something ghostly. Don't know why I wasn't followed before, but now I'm sub. Thanks, Dracos. Okay. I think someone was asking about it. Oh, I'm a ghost. I have a ghost too. I made a slab, couldn't figure out how to engrave. Oh, yes, it's at Crafts Dwarf Workshops. That's Crafts. No, which one's my craft? Right over here. Crafts Dwarf Workshop here. You add a new task, and it'll be in here. It'll be like engraved slab. I guess I can search for it. Not under the rock submenu. Stoneworkers? Was it always at the mason's shop? Oh, it moved to the stoneworker shop. Okay. I'm like, I'm not crazy, right? I used to do this at the crafts workshop all the time, right? There you go. Engrave memorial slab. So you click on that, and then you can use this to make a ghost. If you don't have a dwarf's body, so you can't bury it, you can make slabs instead to do that. So you carve it, and then you still, I think you still have to place the slab afterwards, but before it puts the ghost to rest. But yeah, so you can do that. Let me just check. Again, I want to get up and get my salad here and stretch and get a glass of water. It'd be nice if this was searchable. Coffer. Coffin. Yeah, okay. So we do have a job to make a bunch of coffins, which is great. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to get my glass of water and my salad. Alrighty. Why is it that said that? Oh yeah, it's Kerbal King. Thank you for the chicken salad. And yeah, if the patch today also changed some of the ambient sounds, that is very interesting. I wonder if there's a post on the Dwarf Fortress subreddit. There you go. Dwarf Fortress 50.03 released. Fix save corruption for manual save with case mismatch. Crash when sorting pet livestock. There's a few crashes that they have fixed as well. New graphics for war beasts. Yeah, updated forest, grassland, rainforest, and siege ambiance. The grasslands ambiance is the one with the ree bird sound, so that'll be nice. New wild ambiance. Replace siege horns with something less intense. Add ability to remove every item of a given material when building structures that require multiple items. Holding a navigation key no longer recenters the screen during string entry. Now displays remove construction designation when designated instead of requiring unpause. Oh, yeah, that's quite nice, actually. Because I'd noticed that before. I would, like, designate the remove construction and got no icon of it. You had to unpause before it popped up, so there you go. Yeah, we are being sieged right now. There's some undead roaming around outside. Here's one now. Right there. Another one over here. We got some zombies. They're after our cranberries or something. Alright, so metal industry should kick up a notch now, which is going to be great. Once that gets flowing. Actually, I don't know if we have any flux stone. So, flux stone is going to be marble, chalk. Oh, I can't remember. Dwarf Fortress flux stone. Calcite, chalk, dolomite, limestone, and marble. Now, we did embark somewhere that's got it, but I don't know if we found it yet. If we look down at our stone... is over here. I don't know why it's not alphabetical. So yeah, we have not actually accessed any flux stone yet. Let me just check the walls on the floors above. Because we might have hit it but not ended up with a boulder of it. Oh, okay, you've been placed here. So, the graveyard, okay, you can still put individual coffins. I find it really inconvenient because what happens, you go tomb, and you paint, and you have to put, like, a little one-by-one area. And I guess you still could do that. Although, here, now I'm painting a single tomb, not separate tombs, and that's kind of annoying. You have to go, so you have to go tomb, click, accept, new zone, tomb, click, accept. Very annoying. At least with this setup, you can use the multi-tool to quickly spam out a bunch of them. So you go multi, and then you just drag across all the tombs here. There you go. So we had 2 coffins, so it made 2 tombs. Ooh, 4-star flood. So it's... I find it a little faster. You do have to put down all the doors, but it's like, you know what? It looks nice. It's going to be okay. Did you play the game, original format, ASCII characters to depict everything? I have, although mostly I spent most of my times using using one of the graphical tile sets. So I played the classic game a lot, but I used a graphical tile set mostly just because, for the purposes of making videos and streaming and stuff like that, I thought, come on, open up. I thought it was going to be a lot better for viewers and things like that if they could kind of see what was going on. There's the salad. Thanks again, Kerbal King. So I changed my my alert, my announcement file, so that I get actual pop-ups that pause the game when we get the strange mood. I don't know if I set it to center, which is a little bit of an oops, but it doesn't matter because then we like, okay, you claimed a workshop. Which one is it? Okay, there you go. It's Carpenter's Workshop. It's over here. They're not standing in it, which means they're going out and getting resources, which is great. What do we think they're going to make? Okay, so they were able to get all the material they wanted, which is good. They got a walnut wood log, some kaolinite, and single cut sapphires. A bucket. And that's true. They never had ASCII visuals in the first place. Technically, even with the characters and things like that, it was still technically a graphical tile set. Just that mostly used characters, and some of the characters used were outside of the ASCII tile set, some ANSI tile set, plus some extra stuff, but anyway. Okay, so we'll let them work, but I'll have the pop-ups, so we don't miss it, so we can babysit them. There you go, Teller has been put to rest. No more ghostly Teller. What about Pen? I think we've got one more dead person, but we're still working on the coffins. We have a wickedly overfill queue over here, although a lot of these jobs are one-shot, so it's okay. How high is your will? Well, you can't climb it. It's got an overhang to prevent them from climbing it. Technically, there's a couple of missing spots because our constructors don't want to work on it right now because they're terrified of the undead. But hopefully it's not going to be an issue. Yep, we're overhanging floor. But yeah, there's missing some spots over here. I'm kind of worried that they're going to climb it, but we'll see. Oh! A crutch. I guess that's fine. This is a walnut wood crutch. All crafts worship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with cushion, kaolinite capuchons. The object menaces with spikes of walnut wood and sapphire. It's worth about 2,000 dwarf flux, which is to say, not very much. Now, that was 4-star flood. Feymood. Feymood, I don't think gives you legendary skill, right? Oh, no, never mind. There you go. 4-star Flood is now a legendary carpenter. Fuck. They did climb over. Or something. Because we actually have some combat happening now. But where? I accidentally closed that in a way that's not ideal. Wait, out over here? No, where's Starfire? I think that some of these messages are old. I think they did die. Shit! They did die! Were they stuck outside this whole time? Or did someone make it inside the wall? Or did someone fall off the wall? Oh, right here. Starfire's right over here. Did they get yanked off the wall while trying to work on the floors? Oh, man. Starfire, I'm so sorry. I guess I shouldn't have unsuspended those tasks. Okay, finding a goose. Now, the thing is, if they do climb the wall, we do have our military here normally. They're doing a little bit of training. So there's normally going to be some military dwarves over here. They're not well armed, they're not well trained right now, so I really don't want them to get into combat. But technically they're there if we do get a zombie that climbs a wall. Alright, this area's all been cleared out. God, mining's happening fast. I think I will put the tavern somewhere else. You know, it was kind of fun in the big mine. I just don't want to go through and build all the walls. Maybe we'll build a tavern here. Because we do get visitors that come from the outside. And maybe I'll just do that. What kind of material are we looking at here? Gypsum, mudstone. This doesn't really matter which side we choose. Make a double door into a fairly larger space. The important thing for the tavern, you know what I could do? I could actually have, where's our dining hall? I could have the tavern be in the same place as the dining hall. That works totally okay. Because there's a zone here that is our dining hall. But I can make another zone overlapping this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Although we're going to have to clear more spaces. I think you need a 5x5 area to have dancing, which we definitely want. So we'll dig out a little bit more behind it or something. We'll see. I'm going to say okay. Add. So the mechanical dessert is our inn. And yeah, there's overlapping, so they get like a slight like debuff to quality, but as long as we just hype this up enough, it's going to be all right. But yeah, let's go ahead and mine out. I'm just going to mine out a little area over here for our dance floor. I'm okay that it's not going to be a symmetrical space. I mean, we might change it over here too, but it might be kind of interesting to have just a slightly different room here. I'll have to add this to the tavern zone. But yeah, I think you need a 5x5 area in your tavern to have like dancing and performances. Ping is a hat. Yeah. Little Pingu keeps changing. And, oh yeah, this was wait, so hold on. This undead kobold, did they actually join us? Oh no, maybe they're just hanging out here. because it's... Yeah, okay. I thought he was mining, but that's not the case. He's just hanging out here because it's a tavern. So now over here, what we're going to do is this tavern here, I'm just going to repaint it. I'm just going to delete this. And we'll remove these objects here. There we go. And then I will have to put some more containers back in here. Furniture, chests. There you go. You need one. We need some storage for mugs for the people to drink out of the tavern, and some storage for instruments, for music. And then I'm just going to go and ask for this to be smoothed, please. There we go. Okay, there. There's a mod that makes this more transparent as well, which is actually kind of nice. Oh yes, and now it's time to expand the zone. Thank you. 'Cause I don't think it would have let me do it before this area was mined out. I don't think it matters if the walls are part of the zone. But what the hell, right? Okay. Alright. Still fighting kangaroos. Didn't know we had so many kangaroos here. Yeah, undead kobold visitor. Yep. It's okay, undead visitors have never caused our entire fort to collapse. Except for that one time it did. Midsummer. This siege is not lifting. I think it will. They will eventually go away. A siege, but I don't know how long it takes, and I don't know if it's different if it's undead. Yeah, we can take some pot shots, and we might do that. Put our dwarves. I could just take my my archers and just station them up here on this wall, for example, because there's an undead over there. So there you go. Assuming they have their crossbows and they have their bolts, there you go. They're gonna take some shots. And assuming they don't like fall off the wall or get yanked off or something. Zombie might be trying to maintain like a maximum range here. There we go. This one here hopefully is being hit. Deflected by the mail shirt. Yeah, I don't think we're actually doing damage to it. Whatever, it's good shooting practice. This guy here just being peppered. Oh! I mean, we're getting intermingling of different notices. Okay, it definitely feels like they can pull dwarves down. Does he have a reach weapon? Because he attack upwards? Okay, I'm gonna abandon this plan. We're going to do this when we have fortifications lining our walls next time. Because this ain't working well at all. I don't like this. That dummy jumped off because he ran out of ammo. Is that possible? Look, I don't know if it is or not, but let's say it is because it's a really good story. Well, we can't recover that corpse, unfortunately. At least not right now, but we can at least get organized. What is inevitably going to be a bunch more deaths. He might have dodge rolled off, but I don't think the zombies have ranged weapons, so I don't know what he would have been dodging. Just checking, am I still alive in the fortress? Glendar? Let's find out. Yep, you're still fine. Yeah, Glendar, you're not part of any military because you're a doctor, so we don't want you dying right now. Okay. How is our metal making? So you don't have pig. Oh yeah, we don't have flux stone. Oh yeah, we gotta get mining. So we did dig down a bunch. Microcline, loctite, gypsum, jet, gypsum, tetrahedrite. I got some gold. Now, different levels might have different types of stone. Well, they do, because different layers. Let me do a couple little exploratory tunnels here. I think we must have just gotten a baby with that sound. Yep! Adam gave birth to a boy. Do this priority 7. So if there's, if there's anything else to mine, like, do that first, please. Well, let's do a little bit of this. We need to find some flux stones so we can make steel, because my goal is to get a military that is, like, clad in steel armor. So now let's go down as deeply as we've gone. I do love that button. I don't know if there's a hotkey by default in Dwarf Fortress to like go to the lowest level you've dug to, but like in classic, but that is really handy. All right, exploratory tunnels, go. Yeah, we're not gonna get migrants unless I can open these doors too. Star. Not only are you still the expedition leader, but you just made an artifact. It's an artifact crutch, but yeah. Well, we're not going to work on the pond wall right now because we're not leaving our fortress right now because of the siege. So fingers crossed. We may have to go and fight our way out at some point to lift the siege, but for now, we're just gonna sit tight until hopefully we can get some steel, gypsum, mudstone, bauxite. Yeah, I think we will have to dig deeper to find a flux stone, because there is flux stone on this map because I requested this on the embark, but we don't know what kind, and depending on what kind, it can be in different layers, I think. So to keep things out, you built the floor level over the top of the wall. Yeah, so what we have is we have a wall that goes like this, and then one piece of floor installed next to it over here that overhangs. So nothing can climb up. Yes, while there's an actual siege, so having bad guys on the map doesn't preclude sieges, but having the siege indicator here does stop caravans from spawning, which means we will not, they can't rescue us like they can in RimWorld. Yeah. Limonite. Yeah, so much mudstone. This one here probably has more promise than the one near the surface, but sorry, what? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to forbid the dwarves from going on top of the wall here. Let's activate our burrow. And because I think they keep jumping off. How do I? Can you not? Oh, down here. Okay, that's awkward. There you go. So, we have a burrow. They're not allowed on the top. These babies, we'll make sure to sign there. Okay, no one's allowed on the top wall anymore. I don't have my military set to station anywhere. I don't know what's going on with our dwarves deciding to commit suicide over and over by jumping out over the wall. No, the caverns don't collapse the same way as RimWorld. So this our huge mega cavern here is fine. You can cause a collapse, but you need to like dig trenches and disconnect things from everything. It's a very different vibe. Yeah, I don't think this exploratory tunnel is going to lead to anything. I don't know if we get an alert about hitting a flux stone, because it's pretty common. It's always going to be pretty common material. I don't think it's worthy of an alert. Why are you just standing here? I'm not paused. You're just deciding to relax in that hallway? Okay. I do like the jet. It makes some really cool buildings. These smelters here, this is made out of jet. It looks awesome. Kind of want to make all my workshops out of jet now. Unless the flux on your map is marble, it should be in a layer type stone somewhere in the top-ish levels you're already in. Okay. Maybe we did get marble and it's deeper down. Well, at some point we're going to dig out this floor here, which is definitely deeper. And I think is in a different layer. Orthoclase and things like that I think is different. These guys are moving. Some of our diggers are just chilling. Oh wait, hold on. Is our burrow... Okay, I had noticed this. Hold on. No, you're right. There is something with the burrow. I think in Classic, if you enable a burrow and a dwarf is outside of it, they will run to the burrow. But... Oops, that's on delete. But I think in the Steam version, if a dwarf isn't in a burrow, they just freeze up. They don't run to the burrow the same way. Or maybe it's based on if they can find a... I don't know. But yeah, they were frozen. There you go. If I do this... So I don't know what the deal is. Maybe I'm wrong about how it used to work. Maybe there's something weird about my setup. But yeah, that was the issue. Well, I guess what I can do... Hold on. At this point... Oh, where's the edge? There's the edge. I do this. And then go deep underground. There we go. How deep's our mining? Did I fuck that up? Hold on. Why can't I... There you go. Elevation 14. Yeah, I think I did F that up. Do it this way instead. Pull all the way back to the surface. And like that. There you go. So now a burrow encompasses everything except... Oh, shoot. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I got confused because of the upper area over here. Clear this. And then re-add this here. Okay. Now the dwarves are moving again. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I swear if I made like a little burrow here and then told people to go to it, they would go to it. They wouldn't just freeze where they were. I feel like something is different in the way the burrows are functioning here, in a way that's a glitch. You have coal? I got lots of coal. And I guess I can check here, make sure people are mostly busy. Like this trapper here, okay, is on the move. Good, okay. Yeah, it's something with the pathing, but they're doing it... I swear, I feel very much like in the classic version, if you burrow, they will path into the burrow. And not just freeze somewhere outside of it. But, I don't know. Tyler's great, but I'm gonna put it aside for now. I think I remember my fort burrows might not be painted across sea levels the way you were painting it. It seems to be working. Oh, shit, you're right. Oh, burrow's going to be painted once per layer. All I want to do is stop the stupid idiot freaking dwarfs from walking onto the wall and dying. Okay, I have a cunning plan. I am going to remove this ramp. Oh, and top priority. Remove this ramp ASAP. And then what I can do is I can just disable the burrow completely. Because now they have no way of going up into the walls and killing themselves. There. Burrow's been paused. No limitation where my dwarves can go anymore. But hopefully they won't die from doing stupid, stupid, stupid things. Okay, that's all done, which is great. There we go. Now they're digging out this bottom floor. Lovely. One of the burrow settings has had its default change for the Steam edition. That might be the reason for the odd behavior. Oh. Is this something I can tweak? Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to put in fortifications later, which will prevent our dwarves from deciding to jump off or something. Oh, toggle whether workshops can source material from outside the burrow. No, I don't want that. Wait, that's on by default? They can source material from outside the burrow by default? That is so not what I want. It would, like, I wanted this strict one. So that's not the solution to our problem. That would be actually a whole other problem. Diorite is not one of the flux stones, right? No, dolomite is. Okay. And yeah, we'll set up some archery towers and all that kind of vibe. We have another baby! Esoteric Fish just gave birth to a baby boy. Oh, how nice. I'm 40% dolomite. And yeah, so you get told about when you hit gems and when you hit, well, maybe you get told when you hit any kind of economic stone? Which flux stone would be. Oh, shit! Okay, stop everything. We hit a cavern lair, which I really wasn't expecting here. Wow, it starts up over there. Ooh, yeah, we hit, like, very close to the top. Is this all water? Ooh, it is. Okay. Well, now we have a whole new source of fun, but also a source of fresh water. Okay, let's cancel this designation. And we're going to construct a wall right here to plug that. Make sure nothing can come in through here. This is actually great. So the ground floor, well, it's a little hard to decide. Somewhere around... Well, it looks like the bottom of this cavern is somewhere around elevation 3. Let's dig down towards it. Oh wow, we're actually very convenient. Your staircase is aligned with one of the pillars of this cavern. Although, one that doesn't lead to necessarily a dry spot. So we'd almost kind of want to come up here instead. Oh no, that's... No, coming up through here would be the thing. Perhaps. Somewhere like that. Okay. I haven't seen any flux yet. No, water says open. Yeah, so, I mean, it's open space here. It'll only say water when I'm actually there. So here's water 7 of 7. If I go over here, this is the surface of the water, but the actual tile I'm looking at is open space above it. Okay. So I should put a hotkey. Oh, fuck. No, we're fine. Okay. Kind of overrode the staircase over here.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Wait, I'm confused. Oh, there we go. Okay. No. Yeah. I think I accidentally dug up here. I got my scroll wheel wrong. Okay, good. There we go. Whiskey and chocolate. Jared, thank you. Thank you very much. It's been a busy couple of months for me quitting my job and opening a new clinic. I haven't caught anything live in a long time. But your VODs and YouTube videos have def helped de-stress. Well, thank you very much, Jared. A drink for you. It's water. But there we go. Let's make a little hotkey for this area. So this is going to be tunnel to cavern, for lack of a better name. And yeah, we'll just widen this. Be ready to go. Now, this downward tunnel here isn't actually going to access the cavern because it's in the middle of this pillar. But it's going to be ready to go. Before we actually do that, what I'll probably do is set up maybe like a drawbridge over here so we can seal it in. Something like that. It's vodka. Yes, giant glass of vodka. Oh, yes! I hadn't noticed that this was open there, actually. I had missed that completely. Thank you. So we're going to put a little wall right there. And let me just halt this mining over this way. Okay. Just to make sure nothing flies up and just walks through this area over here, just casually. So yeah, and then we'll end up digging down here. Okay. So no more deaths. No one doing anything stupid. It is autumn, so we're not going to get a dwarven caravan, which is going to have implications about our migrants and everything too, because the migrant waves that you get are based on how much you trade with the dwarven caravan. So that's actually going to slow things down in our fortress a lot. And I still haven't found flux stone, have I? Okay, let me back up a few levels. Presumably... Oh, no, there's that. Okay. Hopefully no more cavern over here. I think we'd be able to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and dig low priority. Exploratory tunnels. You have a bunch of chalk at your central staircase. Do we? Where did you... Oh, okay, hold on. I'll go looking for the chalk in a sec here. We did find chalk? On the central staircase. Gypsum. Oh, chalk! Right here! Where the hell did you spot that? Or is there another place? Floor 29. Oh, the last time you scrolled through, you saw it. Holy cow! What a freaking eyeball! Okay. Now, I don't think that counts as a vein. So I don't think we can do this. Oh, apparently we can. Oh, there's an amethyst cluster. That's why. So we can't use the auto veining mine. But we can do something like that, and then we'll just carve out a little bit more. How the hell did you see that? All right, there's a bunch of chalk here. Okay. Just flag out a square area. I'm confused. Oh, now I'm getting it. Hold on. Because I didn't actually restart the digging from here to connect there. Oh, I have to redesignate this whole area because it keeps stopping and making an upward staircase in the last one I did. There we go. Now that'll get dug out properly. Okay. Chalk. Well, there's our flux stone, finally. Does auto not work when you switch off gems and ores? I don't think that's a switch off. This is flagging only mining ores and gems. This is flagging only gems. This is auto where it will continue to flag more afterwards. But yeah, chalk doesn't count as an ore, I guess. Okay, just make it priority 4. Like that, because there's more chalk that way. It wouldn't surprise me if there would end up being more chalk over here as well. A lot of these seams are sort of 3D style. What I might do for this, for example, let's put a priority 7 auto mine over here, so it'll mine out the coal, and that might expose some chalk walls afterwards as well. Vorty with a gift sub. Thank you. Okay. So, we've dug down to a floor of the cavern, but we haven't actually breached it over here. So we don't have to worry about bad guys or anything. But yeah, pile of mud here. This is actually a great area for us to grow crops. I don't know how much is going to be walkable over here. It'll be interesting to see if this even lets us walk to the rest of the cavern or not. The fact that this was breached at all becomes very interesting because now, over here, yeah, see this? Anywhere where we've got soil exposed now underground, we'll now start to grow other things. So we've got some fungus over here. If I open up a bigger area, which actually wouldn't be a terrible idea, for all kinds of different purposes. But if I do this, sorry, on all mode, when this gets dug out, it should grow some various grasses and mushrooms. And I think if I could dig it out taller, which unfortunately we don't really have room for that, but I think if I could dig it out a couple of Z levels tall, I think we could get underground trees growing here as well. But yeah, okay. I'm so excited that we finally found our flux stone. It's not as easy as I would have liked. But there we go. So we can actually start our steel industry now. So if we take a look at our work orders, work orders. Let's take a look at pig iron. See, it's got the check mark now. Satisfied. So pig iron production is now starting. Once we get a batch of pig iron kicking in, then we're going to start making some steel bars as well. And even though we won't be super well trained, if we can get some steel gear... Oh, what are you fighting now? Oh, the undead are fighting a cougar. I hope the cougar wins. Where's this happening? Nope, the cougar died. Undead are brutal. They're brutal. Also, these guys are armed, too. That's part of it, right? They actually have some armor going on. Which is one of the reasons our bolts weren't very functional against them. 33 minutes ago, there's 20,766 people playing the Steam version of Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, the Steam release has been unbelievably successful. Really, really, really good. Which pleases me greatly. It's a wonderful game. It deserves all the love. I still can't believe you saw that chalk. That is so great. We should really make a hat. We should make an effort to do more things out of Jet. Because it's so good looking. I mean, again, these workshops out of Jet are so good. I could start... Oh, shit. Without DF Hack... I was going to say, I should start mass-producing Jet blocks. And then I was going to say, well, without DF Hack, I can't actually make the block job specifically. Are you just fighting another cougar? Oh, you're fighting an echidna again. I don't know why echidnas are so tanky. They seem to be, like, involved in the combat with the zombies way more than anything else. Yeah, with DF Hack, when you specify a job, so, like, okay, in my stone workers here, right, I can make rock blocks. With DF Hack, I could specify an exact material to use. You can't do that in vanilla unless you do some things with linking stockpiles, which I may have to do, and just generate all the Jet blocks and use that for, like, our walls and everything. It would be wonderful. Master Magic Remake soon. I was hoping to record some, actually, so that there'd be an episode ready to go when the embargo lifted, which I think was yesterday. But unfortunately, with everything we've got going on right now, we just couldn't do it. You can do it in a work order? Magnifying glass. Hold on. First, let's check the magnifying glass. Maybe I can do it here. Oh shit, I can. Never mind. Okay. And I can also do it in the work order? Well, hell. Alright. Make Jet blocks. I don't want to overwhelm any dwarf. I'm going to do this daily, but I'm just going to carve 1 jet block per day. So that we don't have a stoneworker who's doing nothing but making jet blocks. We'll keep a solid trickle of these in here. This is 1 job. It's 1 boulder, which I believe will make 4 blocks. So we'll end up with 4 blocks every day. A constant trickle. Okay. There's some other area where I couldn't specify stuff. Oh, was I thinking of with the decoration job? Yes, that's what I was thinking. In cross finished goods with gems, I can't specify what kind of finished goods. I can specify what kind of gem and what kind of decoration, but I can't specify what finished good to add it in. Unless there's another button I'm missing, in which case, please tell me. But that's one thing you could do with DF hack. On the other hand, you used to have to use DF hack to make a generic cut gem job, and now that's built into the game, which is lovely. Ooh, finding a coyote now. All right. Oh yeah, we still have to make the rest of these bedrooms. / get an extra dormitory. You know what I'm gonna do? Mining all. I'm gonna make a very narrow dormitory right here. That's what I'm gonna do with that space. And then in addition to that, let's see about getting these bedrooms finished. Okay, what's that? Furniture, beds. Okay. What are you fighting? Coyote. Okay, that's fine. Actually, don't know. I think that we were done our bed jobs for whatever reason. So I still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more beds to finish this area. And it'd be nice if this was searchable or something, so I could look for beds, but I don't think there's a bed job in here. And yeah, if we don't like it, we can convert it to hallway later. Abs-freaking-lutely. So I still have the door job automated, so if we don't have enough doors, I think it just queues up 10. Is that what I set it for? Well, it's 1 per day, actually. I might change it to like 10. You know what, I'm fine with this. If we end up sitting at less than 5 doors, just make 10 doors right away. So that, which could bring us up to 14, but that's all right. We use doors kind of constantly, so I want an automation set up there. Wasn't there a Tom Scott video about scientists and their preferred chalk? There is a good chalk, which I believe is like no longer really available, because I don't know if the place that was like mining it or quarrying it is gone, or that quarry is expended or whatever. But yeah, there's a whole thing with good chalk. Oh, it's available again. Aha, there you go. A black tower with an eye-shaped fire on top. That sounds great. Also, 3, thanks for answering Captain Normality's question. But yeah, there is a difference between empty, like, bins and just bins and period. Because what we are looking for is a certain amount of bins that aren't full of stuff. So that's why I usually want to set a job with emptiness. Yeah, this siege might not ever end because of the undead. But that's okay. I mean, we don't have a ton of people. Oh, we have more people getting cranky. That's not helping. You know what? Let's give everyone a day off. We've got a tavern set up. How's the tavern? How you doing? You have goblets. We have no instruments, but that's okay. Let's give everyone a little bit of time off. So, one way I used to do that is I would set a burrow around our tavern and force people to go there. But I think the easiest way here is I'm just going to go through all these jobs. I'm just going to say nobody does this. I'm just going to turn off all of our jobs for a little bit. And you know what? I'll leave the planting job on. We don't want to miss a planting cycle. There you go. Now, they're not immediately going to stop. If they had a job, they're going to finish the job they were doing. But then we'll give them some time off. They'll get an opportunity to go pray. They revived. You have a necromancer. We don't have a necromancer, no. And then the siege necromancer showed up, raised some undead, and then left. But yeah, get a bunch of people. I guess some of them will be spending some amount of time doing combat drill stuff, I suppose. But unmet men hear eloquence. I think they want to hear someone like give a poem read or something. Which again, we're hoping to get that to trigger by spending time in the tavern. I don't know if we need a tavern keeper. Punching an emu. Weirdly, no one's come to the tavern. They might be handling other needs. Should I assign a tavern keeper, maybe? I don't know who I'd want to pick up here. Should we just throw esoteric fish in here? And pizza and musician. Just for now, we can always pull them out over there afterwards. There's danger of overpouring after signing a tavern keeper. Yeah, I know. I don't know if that's still the case, but some tavern keepers would continue to pour alcohol down the throats of dwarves that are already unconscious from alcohol poisoning and eventually just kill them. We're going to break the siege once we've got some weapons, but the undead siege started. We didn't really have anything set up, but we did find some flux stones, so our steel industry is now starting up finally. Although we're going to give everyone a little bit of a holiday first. There we go, listening to stories. Where are you listening to a story? No, I want to... Oh, that's annoying. Oh, I can do it this way. Oh, that's combat drill. Hold on, wrong person. There you go. All right, we're having some little presentations in the tavern now. Hopefully everyone can chill. I know, we've got some angry dwarves. We had one, now we're up to 3. One of them's a child, too. Yeah, seeing some people die. Also, we have some uninterned dwarves now that we're going to have to do something with. So, actually, give me a second here. Okay, let's make sure, first of all, with these tombs. There we go. So, any bodies we do have are going to get buried in here. I might have to turn on orderlies again. But I'm also going to go ahead and get the rest of them slabbed up. Not memorialized. Not Oh, and we have a ghost. And a bunch of these bodies are outside the wall, so we can't get to them. So we'll put that in there. I realize we still have everyone on holiday for a little bit. I was really expecting a bigger crowd over here. Although some of them are praying. And yeah, there's the combat drill stuff. Smelting. Why are you smelting? I gave you time off. Maybe you never got around to finishing this job. That's possible. The thing I'm missing is the ability to have a generic smelt ore job. I need to set work orders for different ones. Right, yeah, that's, that might be convenient, although... Yeah, Classic doesn't have that either, so you have to, yeah, smelt each individual ore. Or it might be nice to be able to say, like, smelt iron-bearing ore, for example, and have that kind of job. That might be convenient. Yeah, I'm really worried about having some breakdowns here. This extended siege is not helping us, because we can't even exile the dwarves that are cranky. Any job not part of the list that the game provides base is set to anyone that can do this by default. With work orders, can you smelt right now? No, unfortunately not. I don't think so anyway. If I go over here and type in smelt, it's all specific ores. And again, normally you actually do want to set up the specific ores because you're looking for specific materials as an effect of it. I don't know if we can safely build an archery tower, is the problem. Oh, we still have some smelt here with the tusk. Pick up equipment. Okay, we're probably finishing up these jobs now. Oh, you're trying to smelt still. Wait, so was someone saying, is smelt not something that's covered by all these other categories? And therefore that's always on anyway? I mean, I guess it's true. There's not a metal crafting category, which is a little bit weird. So we are giving some dwarves some time off. I mean, I could go and... Actually, I could pause jobs. I can't just suspend the smelter as a whole, unfortunately. I mean, I gave some people some time off, I guess. I could, if the... What I've done before in my other games is I did go and put a burrow and force everyone into it, although it would also have to cover food storage, which you don't have to set up right now for that. Yeah, that's a damn shame. Yeah, oh. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn our jobs back on. Some dwarves might have gotten a little bit more free time, although it might have mostly just moved dwarves to... yeah, everyone does this is fine. Don't bother. It might have just meant that, like, all the dwarves spent more time doing workshop orders instead of these others instead. Did I still want to specialize these? You know what? Let's not worry about it. Okay, let's throw this back on. How are we doing on steel bars? 16. Okay, we can start crafting. What should be our priority with our steel? Is it weapons first? Is it armor first? Well, you know what? Oh, there's a strange mood. I like it. Twitch chat immediately. Weapons. Armor. Mechanics workshop. Oh, so we're getting an artifact mechanism? I guess is fine. So it's this workshop over here. Armor, armor. Well, silver maces. Do we have silver? Because you're right. No, silver maces are fantastic. But we have not... tetrahedrite... Tetrahedrite copper and silver? Yes? Okay, so what we should do... We should add a work order job here for tetrahedrite. Because we can make, say, like, copper bolts, for example. Which is, I think, a pretty good way to drain our copper. And then the silver, maybe we can use that for maces. Let me do the same thing where we'll order it kind of around a set of 5 here. So if we have at least 5 tetrahedrite bars... Can I right-click on this to go? No, of course not, because right-click closes the screen. And at least 5 refined coal. Actually, I'm going to force this one to be 10, because if we don't have that much coal, I want the other stuff to be prioritized. But there we go. Then we're going to start smelting tetrahedrite. Now, for armor, a lot of times I ended up making breastplates, but I think a lot of people use chainmail. I wonder if... What's the material? Can I compare? The stats and material. Oh! A chain shirt covers upper body, lower body, neck, upper arms, and upper legs, whereas a breastplate is just upper body, lower body. I guess that's why people make the chain shirts. Breastplate literally is just the torso protection, and that's all. Hey, mysterious construction begun. Cool. Okay, so we're going to do mail shirts, steel mail shirts. It's going to be, we're going to ask for 10 of those, which is going to be what we're going to be equipping our metal armor squad with, the metal armor melee squad. I'm going to just start that first, because I think rather than queuing up all the different types of armor, we're going to start with just that category, because I think that's going to cover a lot of things. Cornelius is haunting. Yeah, I think we need to engrave to Cornelius. Hold on. First of all, I think we did construct some of the slabs. Select material. Boom. Boom. Oops. Did I misclick one of these, or are they all... Well, let's find out. Let's get those in place. At least, was it an honorable death? Well, you were on you were on the ledge here, trying to shoot at one of the zombies, and we don't know how, but you ended up on the ground. This is your rotten corpse over here. We don't know if the zombies were yanking people off the walls, or if people were dodge jumping off, or what was happening. But you were not the first person to go from on top of the wall to being on the ground and slaughtered by zombies. I have no idea what the deal was. I'm so very sorry. This is a mudstone mechanism. All craps warships of the highest quality is encrusted with cushion mudstone cabochons, or cushion mudstone cabochons, and encircled with bands of oval mudstone cabochons. It's worth about 2,000 dwarf bucks, which is not terribly impressive, but there we have it. Yeah, dwarves have a tendency to dodge jump over walls. Yeah, and that's... But I don't... Maybe the zombies were using ranged weapons, but I don't know why the dwarves would have felt like they would have had to dodge while they were on the wall, shooting at zombies down below. The other theory that people had is that the dwarf may have run out of arrows and jumped down to try to engage in melee. Which would be pretty stupid, but I suppose is possible. It was also made of mudstone, yeah. Can you legendary mechanic? Yeah, I don't know, actually. I guess we could check on that. Yeah, probably, because mechanisms do have a quality. Which isn't really important when using it for construction, but we could always... You can mass build mechanisms and sell those as your trading good. And some people have definitely done that. In which case the high quality is pretty high value. Okay, inaccessible, inaccessible... Oh, these are probably messages from when I enabled the burrow. Let me go put to rest. Cornelius will be put to rest. Good. Okay, I don't think we have a ghost anymore. We can check. If I go over here and do this. Yeah, there you go. Everyone's either been entombed or memorialized. So no more ghostly stuff. Excellent. Your 7 pillars game, I think you once mentioned, ranged dwarves need to not have a valid pathway to an enemy to avoid suicidal urges. It's possible. Sounds like something I might have said at some point. I do have an archery zone. Yep. Right over here. So our archery dwarves should be practicing, and every now and again we have some combat practice that happens over here for our 2 squads. So hopefully they're getting better. The problem is, like, we don't have a lot of population. So we can't actually get them to do proper training because mostly the dwarves have to do their normal work still. Okay, let's take a look. Oops, that's not the menu I wanted. Oh, there we go. We're halfway done our steel mail shirts job. Well, that's fantastic. Okay. How much better is loam versus sand for farming? That I don't know. I know here it says poor soil on our sand. I don't know if this was loam, if it would say something else. At some point we can move our farming down to the cavern lair, but I kind of don't want to breach the cavern lair fully until we've got our equipped military. But we are starting to get some fungus and things, and look at this naturally growing dimple clumps. Oh, dead quarry bush. Why did it die? Huh. Who knew if you don't need food rest, you can siege indefinitely? Yeah, freaking zombies, man. They never have to leave. They don't have to take a bathroom break. It's really annoying. But it's alright, because we're going to start kitting out our military soon. Food and drink is overall okay. We do grow plump helmets. One of these right here is trying to generate some plump helmets. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to increase, because I think we might have some little seed shortages. I'm going to increase the amount of drinks from plants. Actually, let me put both the brews in the same place here. Oops, wrong one. There you go. Fruit and plants. I'm going to change the limit here to a higher amount. Not that we need that much more booze sitting around, but right now I actually just want to cycle through more of the plants for seeds. I might leave the fruit one down to 100, so it prioritizes plants, which will just cycle our plump helmets a little bit better. Hat's fancy. Thank you very much. I like my hat. Is it possible to irrigate the sand? I believe so. I think it will leave a layer of mud behind if you do that, which is theoretically better. And it might be what we do once the siege is done and we wall this pond off and it refills with rain, then we might do some sort of little water project like that. Although I think it's much, much, much more likely that instead what we'll do is we'll grow some plants in our cavern layer over here. Okay. Okay, 2 out of 10. So let's check out our squad. There we go. Why are some of these green and some of them are yellow with dot dot dot? Okay, you're wearing a steel mail shirt. And now they're all yellow with dot. No, they're not all. Steel mail shirt and you're green. Slightly worn. I don't know what these colors represent. Sand isn't as good as cavern floor. Yeah, I think it actually even says on your farm, cavern soil is best. As I understand it, now that you breach a cavern, the spores should improve any of your farmable underground areas. You think if I put farms down on the fungus tiles, it might improve? Tell you what, let's let this whole area sort of fill up, and then we'll put down some plots over here and see what happens. And see if it says better. Oh! One of our dwarves is not super ultra cranky anymore. Maybe the couple of weeks I gave everyone off has helped. Or maybe they've just forgotten some of their bad memories. That is possible. Pig iron happening. Tetrahedrite ore is being smelted. So I guess what I'll do... I wonder how many silver bars I've got so far. Only 6. I don't know how much we need for... Is it silver warhammer or silver maces we make? I think I tend to make silver warhammers. I wonder if there's an advantage one versus the other. Just looking up the wiki. Best weapon choice. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress is very complicated. Uh-huh. Steel axe is a good all-rounder. But yeah, I might just make some more silver hammers because they are pretty good. Although theoretically our silver industry is going to be pretty strong. This wiki page is not actually giving me the grid as much as I would like. Oh, there you go. So, the best dwarven-made weapon against unarmored humanoids is the battle axe, while the warhammer performs best against armored targets. Cool. So we will make silver warhammers. That's usually what I make. Oh, and your good point, King Zut. Silver hammers to beat down undead is pretty thematic. Yeah, I agree. It's not an evil biome. We just must be close to a necromancer's tower, which I was looking at the world map and I couldn't spot it. So, our fortress is right here. In red over here... There's a human tower. I wonder if this might be it. Like, it's not called the Necromancer's Tower. There's a Dwarven Tower over here as well. Actually, this Dwarven Tower, it says war. Is this the Undead Tower? It was Dwarven Necromancer. Oh. Yeah, it must be that then. It must be this tower right over here. So if we can go and eventually raid that site, we can stop the undead, presumably, from coming at us. Okay, let's put in the job for silver warhammers. And yeah, we'll get 10 of those for a full squad. We'll get that in the queue. We'll probably get some errors from things on finishing, but that's going to be all right. But Quill, if it was a Warhammer, I would auto-advertise with billboards. Yeah. Less 10 pop the tower. Sounds like a good mission target. Yep. Time to fling our waste packs over to the tower. Indeed. Okay, let's try to protect Dwarven Noggins next. Let's set up a queue for 10 steel helmets. Okay. And I might be very tempted once we've got just the chainmail and the helmet and the warhammers to go out and try to kill these undead. We're going to be stopping in just a minute, actually. I was just looking at the time. Gloomy. Because it has been 2 hours. Still kind of managing my throat a little bit. And a Kiss for Luck is starting. Oh, Kiss for Luck streaming some Dwarf Fortress. Well, it's stream number 2. I suspect it's Rhino streaming on a Kiss for Luck's channel. But there is going to be Dwarf Fortress there. Hold on, 10 living pops for total. Yeah, so some of these numbers are a little bit unclear. In this case, it's not living versus dead. But it only counts... It only counts, like, the primary culture or something. There's some weird stuff like that. Like, if I remember from, like, raiding some of the Dwarven sites, or some of the Goblin sites, you might get a site where it says, like, less than 10, but that's, like, how many goblins are there. It doesn't count, like, all their war beasts. It might not even count their trolls and things like that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ava had appointments and errands today. Duh, of course. Okay, so Rhino will be streaming some Dwarf Fortress on that channel. I kind of want to break the siege. Just took a long time to get this all started. Warhammers are going. Yeah, it'll probably take at least 10, 20 minutes to work through this queue, assuming we don't have a bottleneck of materials at any point. So I probably do have to go and put a cut in here, but we've made some good progress anyway. And then we've got lots of coal. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's excellent. That's really good. Oh, and for the copper bars, let me set up a little job here for copper bolts. Now, with this, I don't know how many get made in a single group of these. I think you make multiple bolts per batch, but I don't know how many. I don't know how many we should keep around. I don't know if they'll count the ones that they have that they're holding on to in their quiver. Okay, I'll do this. If you have at least 10 copper bars, make 10 batches of bolts. Assuming we don't already have more than 100 copper bolts sitting around. We'll apparently need coal for this as well, so we'll go ahead and throw that in. That's going to be okay. Should we make steel axes for the second squad? You'd mean like almost like a third squad, because our first squad here, this is our range one, which is going to be good. I love the name Armored Brothers, although I might want to rename. I can't remember where you rename these guys.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
Click this over here, but I'd kind of prefer to give them a name that makes it clear what they are. I can't remember, could we not just type our own name in previously in Classic? Like, we would always call our archer group the Sterling Archers. New sub. Einstein, thank you very much. I thought we were just typing in our own arbitrary names, because, like, Sterling is not one of the compounds or adjectives that is available. Stirred. The stirred archers. But you're right, the crimson dyed should definitely use red as their... Actually, okay, hold on. Their symbol can be in a different color. The background I'm going to make red. There we go. Yes. Golden Cruise, Mountain Pillars, Boats of Hushing. Oh, I kind of like the rough. Hold on. Well, unless Sterling was under the. No. Wait, how come rough is not there? I'm sure it had the rough something. Oh, it's under compound. is Archer really not even... I don't think Sterling was in the list either, anywhere. No. Huh. They really not have Archer as an option? That seems really weird. What about Bow? Hyphenated compound. That's interesting. It doesn't even click that. Rough the bows. No, that's not what I want at all. Rough bows. Oh, compound is part of the word. I'm seeing... I get it now. I mean, so we kind of want rough to be the adjective. Okay. I'd still would have liked the. What? Oh. I would have thought it would be the rough and then compound. There it is, the rough bows. Okay, there we go. Okay. The rough bows and the crimson dyes is pretty good. So this, at least we remember that this is our archer squad, you know? That's what I'm looking for. Is it just these symbols here? I'm betting there's... I think there is already a mod in Workshop that had the crap 10 more symbols. Would have liked the little bow there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Sterling as well, with an E. Which is what I was putting in first. But maybe not. Sterling... What's Sterling Silver? Is Sterling with an I? Sterling is a city. Sterling with an I is also a name. Sterling Silver is with an E. That's what I thought. So with an I and an E, they're both names of people and places. But with the E is the type of silver. Yeah. But apparently it wasn't the list, even though I'm sure we used to name it. But I think in Classic we used to be able to just name things on plain text rather than using the compound system. But I might be wrong about that. But I like these squad names. But yeah, I think I've kind of gone over as much as... Yeah, okay, it would take us forever still to finish this. So we'll have to wait until Wednesday. So Wednesday, we're having Dwarven Wednesday with more Dwarf Fortress. And hopefully we can kick the undead's asses at that point. Fingers crossed. For now, we're going to raid a Kiss Flux channel where Rhinoceros Maximus is continuing their run of Dwarf Fortress. So if you want more Dwarf Fortress, go and check out Rhino's channel. I'm going to see you guys on... Maybe it was just with Dwarf Therapist that would let us override things? That's possible. Maybe it was Dwarf Therapist that let us put in arbitrary names. But yeah, anyway, let's raid a Kiss Flux channel if you want to watch more Dwarf Fortress. Otherwise, I'm going to see you guys on Wednesday for a continuation of this. Thanks a lot, everyone. Bye-bye.